Mountain goats originate from the mountainous regions of North America, where they have evolved to thrive in some of the harshest and most rugged landscapes on the continent. They are not true goats in a strict biological sense but belong to a unique goat antelope group, yet their appearance and behavior fit perfectly into the extreme alpine environments they call home. Their evolutionary history is closely tied to cold, glaciated terrains, which shaped their sure-footedness and remarkable ability to survive in places where almost no other large mammal can live. Their primary habitat is the steep, rocky slopes of the northwestern United States and western Canada. Mountain goats are most commonly found in the Cascade Range, the Rocky Mountains, the coast mountains of British Columbia, and parts of Alaska. They prefer elevations between 1,500 and 4,000 meters, although in Alaska they may occupy lower areas. Their ideal environment includes cliffs, ledges, and rugged escarpments that offer safety from predators and access to mineral-rich soils. Because they are so well adapted to cold, they stay in high-altitude zones year-round, only descending slightly during winter to find exposed vegetation. The mountain goat is not rare in a global sense, nor is it considered under threat of extinction. Their specialized adaptations to steep, high-altitude terrain, such as powerful hooves and climbing ability, help them occupy niches that many other large animals cannot, which offers them protection from many dangers. Mountain goats are known for their incredibly sure-footed climbing behavior, which is one of their most defining traits. They spend much of their time navigating steep cliffs, narrow ledges, and rugged rock faces that other large mammals cannot access. This climbing ability not only allows them to forage in remote places but also serves as their main escape strategy from predators. They will often retreat to sheer, almost vertical slopes when threatened, using their agility and balance to stay out of reach. Their daily movement patterns usually involve traveling between resting spots and mineral licks, and they can scale several hundred meters in elevation within a short period. Socially, mountain goats exhibit a loose and flexible group structure. Females and their kids form small herds, while mature males usually live alone or in small bachelor groups except during the mating season. Within herds, there is a clear dominance hierarchy, especially among females. Dominance is maintained through displays such as head tossing, horn pointing, or short chases rather than actual physical fights. Kids quickly learn their place in the group by observing their mothers. These social behaviors help reduce conflict within the tight and often dangerous spaces they occupy. Mountain goats also exhibit strong habitat fidelity, meaning they tend to return to the same cliffs, resting areas, and escape terrain year after year. They prefer quiet, high-altitude environments and are sensitive to human disturbance. When people come too close, goats may change their movement patterns, avoid certain areas, or become stressed. They are naturally cautious animals, spending much of their time watching their surroundings from elevated vantage points. Despite their rugged lifestyle, they also show moments of playfulness, especially the young, which often enjoy jumping, climbing, and mock fighting on rocks as they develop their balance and strength. Mountain goats have a striking appearance, most easily recognized by their thick, snowy white coat. Their fur is made up of a dense wool underlayer and long, shaggy guard hairs that help them survive extreme alpine cold. In winter, their coat becomes even longer and fuller, giving them a fluffy, almost majestic look, while in summer they shed large clumps of hair that often hang from their bodies until they rub it off on rocks. Both males and females look similar in color, with the same white coat that helps them blend into snowy mountain landscapes. Their short beards, black horns, and dark hooves provide the only contrasting colors. Their build is powerful and compact, designed for climbing steep, rocky terrain. Mountain goats have a muscular chest and shoulders, sturdy legs, and specialized hooves with rubbery pads that provide grip on cliffs. Their body structure is somewhat stocky compared to true goats, giving them stability and strength rather than speed. Their horns, which grow slowly throughout their lives, are thin, black, and slightly curved backward. Males generally have thicker horns, while females' horns are slightly more slender but still sharp. Mountain goats fall into the medium to large range for hoofed mammals. Adult males, also called billies, typically stand about 1 meter tall at the shoulder and measure between 150 and 180 centimeters in length. Females, or nannies, are slightly smaller, An adult male usually weighs between 90 and 140 kilograms, while females range from 60 to 95 kilograms. Their weight can fluctuate with the seasons, often peaking in late summer and dropping during the harsh winter months when food is limited. Overall, their sturdy frame and solid weight contribute to their remarkable climbing strength and balance in extreme mountain environments. Mountain goat meat can be eaten, and many hunters in North America do use it as a food source, especially in regions where goat hunting is part of traditional culture. However, its quality depends heavily on the age of the animal, the time of year it is harvested, and how it is prepared. Young mountain goats generally have more tender, mild-tasting meat that some people compare to venison or lean beef. Older goats, especially mature males, can have tougher meat with a stronger, more gamey flavor. Because mountain goats live in harsh alpine environments and develop strong muscles, their meat is naturally lean and firm. The time of year also plays a role. Goats harvested earlier in the season often have better tasting meat than those taken late in winter when fat reserves are low. Proper field care is essential, as mountain goats live in steep, remote areas, and the meat must often be carried long distances. If cooled quickly and handled well, the meat can be quite good when cooked slowly, such as in stews, roasts, or ground dishes. Many people prefer slow cooking methods because they help tenderize the naturally dense muscle structure. Culturally, mountain goat meat has been eaten for centuries by indigenous peoples in the Pacific Northwest and Alpine regions, often dried, roasted, or used in soups. Today, it is not a commonly available meat in markets because mountain goats are wild animals and not farmed. For those who do eat it, the meat is valued for being lean, natural, and free-range. Still, opinions vary. Some people consider mountain goat meat delicious when prepared correctly, while others find it too strong or too tough. Overall, it is edible and nutritious, but its taste and texture depend on many factors. Mountain goats are generally quiet animals, and their vocalizations are far less varied than those of many other mammals. Most of the sounds they make are soft and subtle, used mainly for communication within close range. One of the most common vocalizations is a gentle bleat, similar to that of domestic goats but usually quieter and shorter. Nannies use these soft bleats to call their kids, especially when the young wander a little too far or are hidden among rocks. Kids respond with higher-pitched bleats, helping mothers locate them quickly in the rugged terrain where visibility is often limited. In moments of alarm or stress, mountain goats may produce a short, sharp snort. This snort acts as a warning signal to other goats, indicating the presence of danger such as predators or humans approaching too closely. The snort is often accompanied by a tense posture, head raised, and ears pointed forward. While not loud, it carries enough urgency for herd members nearby to react and move towards safer, steeper ground. During aggressive encounters, usually between males or between females establishing dominance, mountain goats may make low, guttural grunts. These sounds accompany head tossing, horn displays, or short chases as they settle disputes. However, even in these situations, they are not highly vocal creatures. Their lifestyle in steep, windy, alpine environments means that loud communication would be less effective, so they rely more on body language, posture, and movement than on sound. Overall, mountain goat vocalizations are simple, functional, and used sparingly. Mountain goats are herbivores, and their diet consists entirely of plant material that they find in the harsh alpine and subalpine environments they live in. Because food is limited at high elevations, they are highly adaptable feeders. In summer, when vegetation is more abundant, they graze on grasses, sedges, herbs, wildflowers, mosses, and the tender leaves of shrubs. They often move across steep slopes to reach small patches of vegetation that other animals cannot access. Their summer diet is richer and more varied, helping them build the fat reserves they need to survive the long, cold winters. In winter, mountain goats face much tougher feeding conditions. Snow covers most plants, so they rely on whatever vegetation is exposed or can be dug out. They feed on dried grasses, lichens, evergreen needles, and woody browse such as twigs and stems. Their ability to survive on low-nutrient, fibrous plants during winter reflects their highly efficient digestive system, which is adapted to extract maximum nutrition from tough vegetation. They may also descend slightly in elevation during winter to find wind-blown slopes or rocky outcrops where vegetation is more accessible. One unique aspect of mountain goat foraging behavior is their strong attraction to mineral licks. They actively seek out natural deposits of salts and minerals, sometimes traveling long distances across rugged terrain to reach them. These mineral sources provide essential nutrients like sodium and calcium, which help maintain bone strength, muscle function, and overall health. Visiting mineral licks is a key part of their yearly feeding cycle and often brings together individuals from different groups in the area. Mountain goats follow a seasonal breeding pattern that is closely tied to the harsh mountain environments they live in. The breeding season, known as the rut, occurs in late autumn, usually from late October through early December. During this time, males, called billies, become more active and cover large distances searching for females. They also compete with one another for mating opportunities. Although these competitions rarely result in serious injury, billies may engage in displays, horn clashes, and posturing to establish dominance. Their behavior becomes more aggressive and vocal compared to the rest of the year. Females, called nannies, come into heat for a short period during the rut. Once mating occurs, the gestation period lasts about 6 months. Nannies seek out safe, secluded areas with rugged cliffs and natural shelter where they will eventually give birth. Mountain goat kids are typically born in late spring, from May to early June, when weather conditions begin to improve and fresh vegetation becomes available. Giving birth later in spring increases the survival chances of newborns, as they arrive just when food is starting to grow again. A nanny usually gives birth to one kid, although twins can occur but are less common. Mountain goat kids are remarkable in their development. They can stand, walk, and even climb within hours of being born. This early agility is vital, as it allows them to follow their mothers across steep, rocky slopes that provide protection from predators. The mother-kid bond is very strong during the first months, with kids staying close to their mothers throughout summer. They are weaned by late autumn, though many stay with their maternal group until the following breeding season. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.